Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
Yoshi Circuit. Before we get started, keep in mind that I will not be comparing the original versions of this track or any retro tracks. That could be unfair to the grading. Anyway, Yoshi Circuit is a pretty basic track, besides one thing. The entire track design is shaped around Yoshi. Surprisingly enough, the course is really fun to play on in this shape. At the beginning of the track, there is a little shortcut you can take through a waterfall. It requires a mushroom, but the shortcut is very helpful and feels good to use. The music is nostalgic for those that played a lot of Double Dash. I seriously love the jazzy remix. The background has a lot of neat references to Yoshi games. For example, you can see the Yoshi copter around the end of a lap, which is a reference to Yoshi's Island. The track's difficulty is balanced really well. There's a couple of sharp turns here and there, but it's hard to the point of still being enjoyable. I really like all the houses at the beginning of the race. It makes Yoshi Circuit feel at home. Excitebike Arena. While the Excitebike Arena isn't all that exciting, it's still a really nice track. The theme is inspired by the classic NES game Excitebike. The track follows its format to a T. There are plenty of jumps and ramps which can all be tricked off of, and there's also mud holes that can slow you down. For fans of the original Excitebike, the music is likely to be very nostalgic. I never really played the original, but the music is still a fun listen and is very upbeat. The coolest part of Excitebike Arena is that the track layout changes every time you play it. The ramps and jumps are put into different spots. That's pretty darn cool if you ask me. That's like having several different tracks all thrown into one. The graphics are nice and vibrant, which is my personal favorite art style in video games. The crowd looks really good as everyone is jumping up and down cheering you on. If you have a mushroom, you can actually drive through the grass on the edges. In some cases, driving through the grass is faster because the huge jumps give you a lot of airtime, which kind of slows you down. Dragon Driftway. Clearly inspired by Gobblegut's design from Super Mario Galaxy 2, Dragon Driftway is extremely challenging if you aren't good at drifting. I really love the art style and theme of this course. Gobblegut was clearly inspired by Chinese dragons due to their wavy and complex designs. That's how this entire course is laid out. The music is very Chinese sounding, and there's ancient art all over the place. The most notable art is the cave drawings of Lekatu at the beginning. Dragon Driftway almost feels like you're racing on top of some famous ancient artifacts, even though the one in this track doesn't exist in real life. I really love how difficult this track is, because it forces you to learn when to start your drift. Sometimes you have to start earlier or later than you would expect. Not performing it correctly can ram you into a wall or fall off the stage. There's a couple of small shortcuts here and there, but they don't take away from the difficulty. The most notable shortcut is a grassy ramp, which requires a mushroom and a well-timed drift immediately afterwards. For some reason, I can't stop looking at the gold and bright blue borders on the road. They really stand out and make the track look prettier than it already is. And also the beginning, we're getting eaten by a dragon. That's amazing. Mute City. Holy crap, an F-Zero track in Mario Kart? This is almost unreal, but at the same time, it really makes sense. This track is pretty basic. There's a lot of straightaways and long turns. What makes it unique is how fast you drive. First off, there are speed boosts everywhere. They're very easy to chain off of each other, which makes it really fun to just cruise through. In F-Zero, there are specific boost pads to give you boost power. Mario Kart has the same mechanic, except going over the boost pads gives you coins. This is incredibly genius on Nintendo's end. My hat's off to them. There was even an amazing nod to Smash Bros at the end of the track. There's some parody advertisements of Captain Falcon saying, "Show me your moves," and it's quite honestly hilarious. The music is of course a remix of Mute City, and it fits with the track perfectly. I'm a huge fan of the art style. Everything looks so techy and advanced. The lighting effects are really well done. Everything in Mute City just pops out. To stick with the traditional F-Zero style, the cars are in anti-gravity mode the whole race. The anti-gravity makes the race really fun because even if you slow down from an item, it's easy enough to run into somebody to get a quick speed boost. You pretty much always move forward no matter what. At the end of the track, there's a pretty sick shortcut you can take using a mushroom. From this cup, Mute City is my personal favorite track. What's your favorite track in the 8 Cup for Mario Kart 8? Let me know in the comments. Like if you liked, dislike if disliked. Make sure to follow my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Tumblr to keep up to date with upcoming videos and projects. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day.